Hello there everyone, my name is Clink, and welcome back to Dark Souls. So last time we did the Darkroot Garden and made our way into the Darkroot Basin a little bit, getting the Grass Crest Shield right before we finished up. Today I would like to get to the next major boss, because the next area is actually really short. That's kind of why I'm combining a little bit of Darkroot Basin and that area, because we'll see if I can even do a little bit after that. But we are going to be fighting a very difficult NPC. Like, this guy can probably one-shot me. He actually definitely can. We could do some stuff over here, but I'm actually going to hold off on that till we go to do the DLC and enter it. Just because it's annoying to do right now, so I'll just wait. But the key we got after the Moonlight Butterfly can be used right here. If you have the Master Key, you can just open this. And you want to be very careful about entering this. So I think it's interesting that we... Oh, there he is. There's Havel. I think it's very interesting that we get this key after the Moonlight Butterfly, because Havel and Seath had some beef. So I mentioned that the Moonlight Butterfly was Seath's creation, and Seath and Havel had a lot of beef because... Oh, I didn't get one shot. That's a miracle. Oh, heal. Roll. Man, that was a terrible camera angle. Yeah, essentially what I try to do is just get behind Havel and do some backstabs. If you do it right, as he's getting up, you start going to his back, and you can, oh, wow. And you can get a backstab chain going and just keep him in it, but I'm not doing such a good job of doing that. There, oh man, I thought I had it that time. I feel like locking onto him makes it a lot harder too, just because you're not as free with your rolls when you're locked on. Is that the last hit? No, we got one more. I'm gonna heal up just in case. Now, if he's two-handing, we probably can't survive, but it seems like we can survive an attack with the one-handed moveset. But yeah, Havel was one of Gwyn's, like, best troops, but since Seath betrayed the dragons, Havel hates dragons, he fights them. Him and Seath didn't get along so well, but Havel will drop his ring, which is the other best ring in the game. Havel's ring and the Ring of Favor and Protection can pretty much be used for the whole game by most melee builds. Not that there's not other good rings, but Havel's ring essentially gives you a 50% increase to your equip load. So it's very good. We can go on ahead and equip some of the Elite Knight armor now. At this point, I'm going to stick to my goal of light rolling at all times, but eventually I'd like to be wearing the full Elite Knights set and fast rolling with that, which I can hopefully do by the time I get to 40 endurance. Which 40 endurance is going to be the cap, or the soft cap, or hard cap, or something on it. Because you actually don't get any more stamina after 40, it just increases your carry weight. But yeah, coming up the tower, we are right back at where we fought Taurus Demons, so it loops right back. That's why I kind of feel like you're intended to do Darkroot Garden now, when we just did it, because it conveniently ends up where you need to go anyways. And it feels pretty appropriate with the weapons or like the tiered weapon we have and whatnot. It's just Havel's pretty tough, but we managed to get through Havel at least. Because the basement key that we picked up when opening the gate in Undead Parish is actually used right here, a very inconspicuous door you might not think is what we need to do to progress, but that's where you do it. Surprisingly. Yeah, it's very strange. And this is the next area, the lower portion of Undead Burg. When I was going through Undead Burg, I mentioned how you could do a skip to get down here quickly. And you also want to come up here because you can open this door and go right back to the Undead Burg bonfire, which is very cool. Very cool that this is the shortcut and the bonfire we're using. So this bonfire can be used for just so much of the game, really. Lower Undead Burg, takes you right up to Undead Parish. Like, it's connected to a lot of stuff. No, I'll level up. Let's go up to 20 strength. And I should probably focus on dexterity more, but I'm gonna mainly do strength over dexterity just because I want to. But you know, they both are gonna scale about the same with our claymore, so it's just kind of whichever one you want to focus on at first, and then you hit the cap on that. Although 27 strength is really all I need to get to, since I'm two-handing most of the time. Since when you two-hand, it essentially acts like you have 1.5 times that stat. And this is our introduction to dogs. Oh, lovely dogs. One of the worst enemies in Dark Souls. And I would like it if the other one would come over here. A little trick you can do for these dogs if you're fast enough is actually just sit behind this fire here. There's enough room to sit back here, and the dogs will usually just jump right into it and kill themselves. It's a neat little trick. And hopefully you bought the residence key, because you can use it right here to save this NPC.
Unlock the door. Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
So we'll go ahead and open it up with the residence key, and we can talk to Griggs. Hello, buddy.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels. Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery. And I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
So yeah, he'll go back to Firelink and chill out there, which is great for him. And we'll go ahead and get the Sorcerer's set and Catalyst, which is oh no, the Black Sorcerer is the Vinheim one, which this is like the armor they give to students who graduate from the School of Vinheim. School of Sorcery. I think it's founded by Big Hat Logan, who's another character we'll meet later on in the game. And yeah, my favorite Torch Hollows, as you all know from how I talked about them in the Asylum. This is probably the first time most players will see them, and of course it's a big bunch of them. Who wants to come at me first? You do. Okay, only got hit by the last part of that chain, which is good. What's he gonna do? I like to wait for them to do at least one attack before I do anything. And get a Twin Humanities. This area, by the way, so this is like, so the Undead Burg was kind of like a city, and two demons were sent to like ravage it, which was the Taurus demon and the one down here. If you talk to the Undead Merchant some more, he'll tell you that. But the lower Undead Burg is kind of the slums. Oh wait, no, I actually don't want to do this because there's a little trick you can do here. There's some enemies that'll ambush you from these doors, but the first time through you can actually hit them through the doors to take them out a little bit easier. And ooh. Yeah, I thought, okay, yeah, it's only 3. Yeah, there's these thief guys. These guys will backstab you, by the way. They'll parry and backstab you, so don't show your backside to them too much. Because they will definitely take advantage. We can head on inside, or further in. But yeah, this is like where you'll notice, like in the upper Undead Burg, the buildings are a little bit bigger, but all down here they're like really small and can barely fit a person. So it's a interesting little dichotomy with the Undead Burg. Which I don't remember what the Undead Burg used to be. It used to be like a proper like city or something. Like no one knows the name, its actual name. Is something that one of the characters says, I believe. Let's see if we can't finish these guys off. There we go. Okay. Just like how the undead perish, the reason the Baldur Knight's there is I'm pretty sure it used to be the Kingdom of Baldur, and has changed over time with the end of the Age of Fire, which I haven't even talked about at all, really. I think it's this one that has the... No, it's the other one. There it is. Yeah, see how like tiny these buildings are? Yeah, you can get the black leather armor here, and that shield's pretty good for parries. This is the boss right here. I'm actually going to ignore it and show you what I think is probably the better bonfire to use for the boss, because as you might have noticed, we would have to fight everything that we just fought once again to get to the boss. There's not really a shortcut. And he fell through the map. That jerk. I saw he dropped an item too. Because the next area after this one is actually this right here. Told you this was going to be like a really, really short area. But if we go up here, we can actually get somewhere more familiar. And you have to go through less enemies if you use the bonfire that's over this way. Longer walk, fewer enemies. I honestly would take the longer walk, because the more flask you have when you get to the boss, the better. Although for this boss, the main thing isn't really having the flask. It's just surviving the first 5 seconds of the encounter. But yeah, if we run through this aqueduct, we'll eventually get to this gate right here. And this part, if you actually went up to it earlier, this is actually Firelink. So we have come back to Firelink once again to wreak havoc. And the main reason I like to come back here is for the 10 Essus flask, honestly. It's just very, very convenient to have them for bosses and whatnot. So I guess you still have to go through these enemies, but these are easier enemies than all the thieves. And there's Griggs. I don't think I have enough intelligence to actually talk to him, though. But he'll sell you various magic spells if you want them. But I'll meet you guys back in the aqueduct, so I don't have to make you guys sit through me walking around like this. Alright, so back in the aqueduct, I wanted to point this out just on the way back. Before in the Undead Burg, we found the Undead Merchant. This is going to be the female one.
You still have your senses about you. Then why won't you buy some of my moss? I need your souls.
So, she will sell, moss clumps, which this can be a good spot to get the blooming ones, which are quite expensive. But she'll also sell the, Homeward Bones for 500. Okay, I thought they were 300 here. I think it might be in the DLC. And Purging Stones. This is where you can find them for double the price that Oswald has them for. So that's why I said buy one at Oswald while you're there. But this is much closer to the area that has Curse. The next area will be where it is. And you can also get charcoal pine resin here, which I might actually buy some. Kind of forgot this is where you got it, so I kind of want it. And we can head back down towards the boss at this point, which... oh boy, do I hope this goes well. Probably not, I don't know. It's pretty 50-50 on if I beat it first try or if I have to take like 6 attempts for it, so... it's not like Bell Gargoyles, where usually I kill Bell Gargoyles, but this one, it's like... it's always just like nail-bitingly close or something, it feels like. I'll deal with the doggos. World's worst enemy of all time. Which one's the living one? I can't even tell. There we go. Did such a good job of propping it up. But yeah, this way you don't have to fight the thieves again if you don't want to. Which is good, because what I'm going to do is equip my fire bombs. So there's a little trick you can do here. I don't know the exact alignment, but you can actually kill, whoops, this boss with fire bombs by just throwing them over the wall. But what I really wanted, did I hit the... I don't know if I got souls from that. I think I hit the boss with that, actually, which is kind of funny. I never hit the boss. I always hit his little minions, because... the reason this boss is hard is it's a very tight space with 2 dogs as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ahead and put the pine resin on. This could be a really bad idea. And we're just going to walk in and see how Capra Demon goes. Yeah, you either will die instantly or you'll manage to run to the back here. Hopefully you can run to the back and not get hit by that. That is the scary thing. Half of this fight is just killing the dogs. Once the dogs are dead, this fight gets a lot easier, and you can just focus on the Capra Demon himself. Who is weak to lightning, as most demons are in Dark Souls. And as you can see, we do a good amount of damage to him. One kind of good strategy, by the way, can be to try to lure him over here. Well, actually, he'll try to do his jump attack. We can roll it, and then on his way out, we'll just drop down and miss the plunging attack. Because of course I did, but yeah, plunging attacks can be a good thing to try to do on this guy. And there goes our pine resin, but that's okay. Probably risky to go for 2 hits right there. Yeah, usually your shield will do a pretty good job on this guy. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Yeah, see what I mean about, like, it's always, like, kind of close with this guy, because it's just easy to get into a position where he's just constantly wailing on you. But if he does the right attacks, I should be able to get my own in. That jump attack can be deadly, but there we go. We got through Capra Demon on the first try. Very nice. And we can move forward. Which you'll get the key to the depths upon beating him. And I'm not going to go back to Firelink Shrine just quite yet. I want to get to a certain item today. That's my goal now that I've still got some time. So we're going to enter the depths at least a little bit. We'll do the bulk of the area in the next video, but there is just one thing to get here, and that's actually going to be the thing that allows us to upgrade our weapon further. I also highly, highly encourage you to save some of the souls from Kappa Demon to buy the weaponsmith box from Andre, because starting in the next video, it's going to be very difficult for us to make our way back to Firelink Shrine for a little while. We're going to be going very deep and far from it. It will be a long trek back, and upgrading your weapon will be difficult. I haven't really talked about weapon ascension and weapon reinforcement. So what we've done up to this point is reinforce the claymore. But when you have to swap to a new upgrade material type or tier, such as the large titanite shard, you have to first ascend it to that tier. Ascension can only be done at a blacksmith, but reinforcement can be done at a bonfire. So what we're going to do is ascend our claymore up to +6 in this video, probably, maybe the next one. And then we'll be able to reinforce it as we find large titanite shards going forward. I want this dog to attack me. Because you see that butcher over there. We want to deal with her, but I really don't want to deal with her and the dog at the same... Really? You're still alive? Uh-oh. Okay, good. Managed to get rid of the dog. The butchers can be somewhat deadly, but hold up your shield, get some backstabs, and you can take care of her pretty quick. Which the butchers here are pretty interesting. So you might have noticed how we were like destroying tables and walking past them as we killed those hollows. This is kind of like the cafeteria, and the butchers preparing food. But right here is the thing I'm here for, which is the large ember, which I'm probably going to start the next part in this room, by the way, just to save time. Just to give you the heads up, but we're going to warp back to Firelink and head over to Andre. Alright, back at Andre. We actually have 2 embers to give him too.
Fine ember you have. I could smiths. Why not?
So we'll give him the large ember, and if we actually talk to him again, we can give him the divine ember. I can...
Might you consider it? I could produce divine weapons with a flame such as that.
So, one thing to point out about the divine weapons is they will be used for, what does it take for this? Oh, green titanite shards. They will permanently kill undead, so skeletons, and that can be quite important to do. For the catacombs, which we'll get to later on, but not something to worry about for the time being. So, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. I need to buy the smith box. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's try this again. Very, very important. Weapon, smith box. Repair box can also be good, which I think I'm going to. The armor smith box, I haven't really talked about how you can upgrade armor, but you can. It's honestly somewhat helpful, but not super.
Don't get yourself.
But I would just do it at a blacksmith and not worry about it. I will upgrade armor after I, like, you know, now I'll use Titanite shards for my armor since I don't need it for my weapon. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this part here, and I will see you guys next time back in the depths. I might level up with some of my consumable souls off camera. But yeah, I'll meet you guys back in the depths cafeteria in the next video, where we'll continue progressing the game. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.